This is the all-new 2023 Range Rover Sport HSE P440e. And if you ask me what the E stands for at the end, it's of course expensive, but also electrified. Yep, you can plug in this puppy and get up to 77 kilometers or so without using a drop of gasoline. That is thanks to a battery pack of 38.2 kilowatt hours with a usable capacity of 31.8 kilowatt hours, which powers an electric motor that makes 140-ish horsepower and lots of torque. When running on batteries, the car isn't as quick as when it has all cylinders firing, but it has more than adequate acceleration, so it's very drivable on EV mode. Best of all, this PHEV allows you to do DC fast charging up to 50 kilowatts, which will get you a 0 to 80% charge in just 40 minutes. At home, using a typical 7 kilowatt charger like my amazing Flow X5 home charger, you'll be full in just under 5 hours. The ICE unit under the hood is a straight 6 3.0 liter turbo. It's mated to a very good 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, and the total output is rated to 430 HP or 440 PS and 457 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is supposed to come in 5.8 seconds. We did 6.1, which is close enough. Overall, I have zero complaints when it comes to performance. I think it's pretty good. The audio, the soundtrack from the gasoline engine is quite satisfying, to be honest. There is a little bit of pumped-in audio, but not too much. It does sound good. And for the character of the vehicle, which is more like, eco-friendly and cheap, actually, like, I've had this Range Rover for a week, and the gas gauge has moved a hairline. That's like unheard of in a Range Rover. I mean, poor Greta. She won't be able to blame Range Rovers anymore for like global warming. These things now are like a Prius. They're cheaper to run than a CRV. Even when you deplete the batteries, the average fuel consumption doesn't go much higher than 10 liters per 100 kilometers. That's like incredible for such a vehicle. If you keep it charged, you can go 0 liters for 100 kilometers. And actually, you can probably beat that 77 kilometers by quite a bit. The driving modes are EV for pure electric, hybrid, so you let the car do whatever it thinks, or you can pick save if you know that you're going to need the EV power for later. The latest Range Rover is a very good-looking SUV. The front face is very familiar yet modernized, and the same goes to the side profile and the rear end with those sexy slim taillights. It's not a very big change compared to the old model, but it is refreshed and it's up to date. And overall, I think this Range Rover Sport is the best looking one ever. I even like these wheels. They're massive. They're 22-inch. They kind of look like Steelies, but I really like the style. The interior is, once again, an interior that could be used as a reference point for other manufacturers in terms of how you combine different materials and make it look elegant as hell. All these materials have been perfectly matched to each other. They've used leather, soft plastic, even fabric. It looks like a fashion show in here with all the cutting-edge stylistic elements. I love it. However, fit and finish is not exactly perfect. There are some rattles, and especially one coming from right there where the front speaker is. It's like a relay clicking, click, 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 click. Listen to this. Honestly, it's as annoying as people that chew with their mouth open. Like, it's terrible. The car is feature rich. From the crystal clear screens, it has a large heads-up display, it has a heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated massaging front seats, heated and ventilated rear seats, a pretty good sound system. It's not the best, but it's pretty damn good. It has crazy off-road features like the cameras and the driving modes. This thing is literally a beast. It pretty much has everything you would ever need in a vehicle, including lots of USB ports, wireless charging, wireless CarPlay. Infotainment is fantastic. It has all the information you ever need in there. I mean, the rear mirror becomes a camera. The only thing missing is like a complete self-driving thing, which it still does, like lane keep assist and all that stuff, but you can't let go of the wheel. That's the only thing missing. That's it. Roominess is really good too. Remember, the Sport is not bigger than a BMW X5, so don't expect crazy legroom or 7 seats. It does have super comfortable seats, however. The driving position is amazing. Lots of room, front and back. Legroom in the rear is pretty good, so is headroom. 3 adults will sit back there with no issues, and they have plenty of amenities like USB charging ports and climate control. It's all good back there. The trunk has also a power liftgate. It's a good size, 647 liters. There's lots of hooks to support your stuff. And of course, buttons that lower and raise the rear seats and lower and raise the rear suspension. Of course, this thing does ride on air suspension. You can change the ride height to access normal or off-road. So if you want to creep underground somewhere, you can lower it. If you want to go over some rougher terrain, you can raise it. This one also has laminated front glass, which is incredible. And also the headrests over here, I'll show you a picture of what's happening inside. It has active noise cancellation. So when you're in EV mode and you're just cruising around, it is seriously quiet in here. On the highway, there's a little bit of wind noise coming from here, but again, nothing too crazy. The ride is very plush. This suspension does a great job controlling the heavy body and providing a very plush and comfortable ride. I have zero complaints, and it also has four-wheel steering for easier maneuvering. On the road, in terms of handling, as I said before, the driving position is great, visibility is great, so it feels like a very easy and comfortable car to drive. Nobody will ever be intimidated to drive one of these, and honestly, despite weighing 2.6 tons, in the corners it has massive grip, also thanks to the massive tires. The suspension does a great job keeping it dynamically in check. However, because it's the plug-in hybrid, it doesn't go very well to like throw it into the corners and be sporty with it. I mean, yeah, Range Rover Sport, but the Sport here is just for the size. We will have the V8 in a future video. That one is probably going to be a lot sportier than this. This one is just, it's satisfying and sad at the same time when you push it in the corners. It's like when your wife tells you that your penis is bigger than the plumber's. You're happy, but you're not happy. You know what I mean? If, however, you still do push it a lot in the corners, you can expect the body to lean quite a bit. It will understeer before anything else. Easing off the gas will bring everything back to check. However, the electronics don't really let you go too crazy. Prices in Canada for the HSE P440e start at $123,050. As tested, this one here is $137,500. I would have to say that's not too bad. It's a little bit pricier than, let's say, an X5 plug-in hybrid. But then again, it is a Range Rover, and Range Rovers are more money because they come with everything else. So, great car. Love the fact that it's a plug-in hybrid and how I can finally spend a whole week with a Range Rover and spend zero money on gas. That's actually really good. That could probably also benefit reliability. Maybe, because, you know, less engine wear. Who knows? I would give it a solid 10 out of 10, except that thing, the little clicking, is really annoying me. So, point deducted, 9 out of 10 for that. I hope this click, click, click shit is specific to this vehicle. I will be able to test the V8 in a week, so I'll see if that one also does it. But yeah, just because if this was my car and it would act like this, I would be back at the dealer and asking them to fix it right away. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Please remember to share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, let us know what you think, leave us some comments. Most importantly, till next time, be well. See you later.
Perfect. Perfect.